So we know that there are a ton of ways to destroy a team dynamic, right? Literal poison for collaboration. Today, we're going to discuss three ways that collaboration is being obliterated in your team. Hey everyone, welcome to another video. My name is Lowell and I help teams get better at collaborating. Here on this channel, we talk about workshops, project management, team culture and dynamics, anything to get your teams to really be better at what they do. If you're enjoying this content, please go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel. All right, so let's get into it. Collaboration poison. Number 1, assuming that silence means agreement. Silence, man, this is a tough one because if you really know the culture and the dynamic of your team, then sometimes you can feel that the team is in agreement here based on their silence. But it's really dangerous to do that. And so I would say avoid it. Do not assume that silence means that everybody is happy with the decision that you've just come to. In order to ensure that everybody is on the same page, do a quick round robin. Ask people, are you happy with what has just been discussed, or are you happy with the conclusion that we just came to? And you can do this simply by asking people to just calling on people, each person, and saying, hey, do you agree with this? Okay, thanks. Do you agree with this? Okay, all right. And then move around the table until everybody has had a chance to speak. That way you can come to a conclusion that, is rooted in reality and is not an assumption. Assumptions kill, guys. Try to avoid them. A round robin isn't the only way you can get consensus. You can do a poll if you're on Zoom. You can do a workshop activity on mural or an anonymous voting activity just to see if people agree on what has been decided upon. There's so many quick and easy ways to get consensus now that we don't have to assume that silence is agreement. The second thing that we do that is collaboration poison is avoiding conflict. This is a tough one, and that's because we are hardwired as people to avoid conflict, unless you're one of those type of people that just like arguments. Those people exist, guys. But the reality is, especially in a group setting, we are so wired to want to agree and not cause any issues, especially with our peers, that we can come to some agreements that we don't really agree on. We have to be comfortable with conflict. We have to be able to open the floor to uncomfortable discussions, navigate those discussions, and then come to an agreement at the end that is, consensus with the whole group, or the best option for now, whether that's saying, okay guys, this is what we've come to together, or having a decider to make the final decision, taking everybody's input into account, and then coming to that final conclusion for the team. There are ways to avoid conflict. Scrap that. There are ways to deal with conflict, and avoiding it just causes us to not produce outcomes and deliverables that are good enough. We need to have difficult discussions. We need to get comfortable with that. So don't poison your team by avoiding conflict. And the final one is making decisions in isolation in private meetings before the team meeting. This is something that happens a lot. This involves people coming together and making decisions or quasi-decisions on behalf of the team without the whole team being there. and then coming to that meeting and announcing those decisions. This can make people feel very marginalized, and that's something that destroys a collaborative culture. In order to ensure that a culture of collaboration is strong and thriving, we need to ensure that everybody feels that they're a part of this team, and their inputs count. Whether they're the quiet one, whether they just joined, whether they don't have that much expertise in the area. If you had formed that project team properly, everybody on that team is there for a reason. And even if it's that sort of project where people can volunteer to come and be a part of, it's important that everyone has a place within that project and they're able to contribute in an evenly distributed way, and a way that they're being recognized for. So it's important that we don't go and have these sideline decision-making meetings without the whole team being there. It's just not nice. And it makes you want to leave the project if you're one of those people that are not part of that. So let's not do it. Okay, so thank you for watching. We have just discussed 3 collaboration poisonous activities that you can do to destroy collaboration. You now know these 3, and we can work on avoiding them. We can work on making our teams a better place where collaboration thrives, and we can really build high-performing teams. So if you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and let me know what other videos you want to see in the future. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.